warning. The following content may discuss sensitive topics such as mental health, abuse, violence. Please proceed with caution and take care of yourself. If you feel uncomfortable, it's okay to step away.
Let me tell you about Lynn's.
So we've already obviously put out the fact that Ricksta, Delusive Angie has just lied on a platform and said that I doxed personal messages to do with Lynn's. We've just shown you that Life Lessons and ex-mod of Delusive exposed those messages, and then I made videos. And now let's listen to Ricksta talking about Lynn's. And now imagine this man speaks like this about your best friend. Yeehaw! And you still entertain them all. Let's just let it play.
And I'm going to prove this to you in the future, right? I'm going to show you something that I know is 100% true, but she's going to deny it. When I mentioned this today in Angie's box, Lynn's had a breakdown. He literally jumped off a main account and then went on a backup account and then started going on one. I want to know where they go to church, because she's so affected, because she knows. I know who her real baby father is, who he really is. Now, she claims that it's domestic violence. It's not domestic violence, guys. And I'm going to get photos of these two people together soon, right? And anybody in here who knows Lynn's and wants to share any information with me, please share it across so I can prove that this woman's a compulsive liar and she's a horrible person. He's gone to prison, Mags. Let me show you who he really is, Mags, what he's gone to prison for. Let me show you who her partner is. Now, you think he's gone to prison for DV. He hasn't gone to prison for DV. This is what he's gone to prison for. Ready? Let me tell you who her partner really is. This is the child's father, all right?
So yeah, this is what Ricksta was doing about Lynn's, Delusive Angie's best friend. Thank you for the gifts, guys. We've already proved Delusive has just lied to her platform and said that I doxed messages to do with Lynn's. I've just shown you all proof, and I'm happy to. I'll post them actually on my TikTok in a second and my story on the Fact Freak 4. You'll see that those messages are from screenshots of a live held by one of Delusive's ex-mods. But listen to this while I go and get those screenshots.
You can lie. This is who a child father is. This is facts, boy, guys. I'm not just putting it out there. She's going to lie. So, Sean Mason, Penshall, 2 men jailed for killing. Sean Mason, 55, passed away in hospital after being found in Avondale Avenue in Penshall, Hutton Lee Spring in May. Wayne Fraud, who is Lindsay's ex-partner, 100%, and I'll be doing more on this and I'll be getting more information because Lindsay's an utter wrong one. Wayne Fraud, 36.
This guy actually asks for all of Lindsay's personal information to dox them, and Delusive Angie's still fucking friends with him. That's your best friend.
Of Wensleydale Avenue, Penshall, was jailed for a minimum of 24 years after being found guilty of unaliving. Stephen Milroy, 47, that's his partner, was jailed for 19 after being found guilty of manslaughter at Newcastle Crown Court, right? The main court. Don't forget, she's from Sunderland, which is next door to Newcastle. During the 2-week trials, heard how the pair had subjected their victims to attack of part which was filmed on Milroy's phone. Okay. This guy here on the left is Wayne Fraud. That's Wayne Fraud, right? That's, no matter what she tells you, what she's 100% her ex-partner. That is really why he's in the big house, not for DV. She's probably, I know she's still writing to this guy as well, by the way. She's going to deny it and say she's not. That's it. That's who he is. He's an absolute wrong un. He literally got an old guy, this pensioner, in anger with his mates, unalived him. Not only that, they recorded doing it. It's the monster that she's got. And this is why she's so sadistic and nasty and evil, bitter woman, because that's where he is now, so he's not paying the bills, etc., etc. And that's what really, so when she tells you guys she's got DV, tell her to show you the paperwork. She'll never show you any paperwork. Tell her to, well, you could say send it over to Ange, so Angie's got it, and then she can say, yeah, it's true, but Angie would probably lie for her, to be fair. Really, this is a partner. This is 100% who he really is. Now,
right, I've uploaded the messages on the story on the account I'm popping in the chat. Mods will pin it. You'll see that the messages that were doxed of Lindsay's were doxed by Life Lessons an ex-mod of Delusive Angie, who she's well aware did that, but is obviously just trying to spin a fucking narrative, little pissy, stinking bitch. Obviously trying to say that it was me that did that. It wasn't me. I made a video about the messages after they were doxed. Proof is on my story. Save them if you need them.
I'm only going to show you what's on the FYP, because I've got to do it for what she turned around and said about my child. Well, this is Lindsay's. This is where Lindsay's from. This is where she's living at the moment. Sunderland, Tyne and Wear, which is not far from Newcastle, to be fair. It's on Evil P. So Evil P works for Evil Queen, just to let you all know. So this is not me airing her ad. Telling you, this is where she is, because Evil P's put it out there. I'm only playing what's on the FYP. Right.
This is how we do it.
Lindsay M. Gardner. And if you go and check her out on
That's never Ricksta, Docs and Linz, is it? I don't know if it's the right person.
Facebook as well. His friends, a few of her good friends are friends with her, which she's probably going to hold her friends list now. Lindsay's a bad egg, guys. Lindsay's a bad egg. Now, if you listen to listen, Lynn says she suffered from DV, right? She's so angry and aggressive and nasty and foul, is unreal. She mentioned yet again another person who's mentioned mine and Talia's lost the loss of our child, and she gloated on it, said we're lying, they're doing it for gain, just to be nasty and evil. And the comment, she enables Angie on a daily basis, especially when she's had a drink. Do this, Angie, do that, Angie, do this, Angie, go on, Ange, do this, do that. Proper, the biggest enabler I've ever known, worse than any person who...
Yes, I don't know whether you guys have heard this, so we're playing it in full. This is the way Ricksta went in for Lynn's, Delusive Angie's best friend, and she still sits with him. She still sits with him. And then will lie to her audience and say that I doxed messages when I didn't, because she has a vendetta. Because I go for her because she mocked my suicide attempt. And I will always go for her because of that. But she doesn't want to bring that up. She keeps going on about fucking X is this, X is that. She hasn't got a fucking clue, because she's never actually had a relationship for God only knows how long. What was it? Justice for Jason? Let's find Jason.
Works for Canadian Angie. Any person who works for EQ. Lynn's is one of the most bitter, nastiest people I've ever come across in it. And I'm talking about how she enables Angie and what she does. And the moral of the story is, Wayne Fraud. And Googling, researching, is a bad man. You've got to get off. Who she lived with. That's what I mean. So she can say whatever she wants.
I hope Talia's next Christmas single gets a lot of money, because she's going to be suing half of the app to try and stop them talking about her. The reason I got an order... Yeehaw, bitch, thank you. The reason I got an order successfully placed on this absolute fucking whopper is because he made threats of violence. He made threats of violence. He said he was going to come through my door and beat me to death. He then said on a phone call to DG that him and somebody else, and I'm going to play that clip for you in a minute, would come through my door and take hammers to everybody inside my house. This man knows that the only people that live in this house is me, the dog, and my 2 children. All right? So that's why I made sure to do things right at the first point. But the police weren't going to be there when the door knocked, were they? I was, and I went out.
And I know that these 2 people are still in contact by letter.
Yeehaw!
Can't expose my source as of yet, but I will be showing you more evidence in the future. And when I've got it, she'll know. She said it before. He ain't my partner.
The police dropped it because there was no evidence that he actually came to Sunderland, that he was going to follow through his clip. Basically, he's a bitch with a lot of hot air.
I know she's also told a certain creator on this app to confess to that person on this app that man is her child baby father. He confessed and said that he's him. But, and I honestly believe, and this is, you can sound below the belt, but I honestly believe she's as sadistic and nasty as he is, even though he's the person who's done horrible crime. So, age pensioner, could have been our granddad, could have been our dad, so he's a proper wronger. And she supports this kind of thing. And this is why she supports all the abuse Angie does, all the violence she does, and they say, he supports it. And said, she literally got triggered. She jumped off her main account, went on her backup, started saying, where is their church they go to? Oh, because she didn't want me to expose.
Cobham Church, isn't it? Cobham Church or something like that. I'll get that up.
Who's her for who she is? Triggered by it. And all she's saying, what are you going to do, Ricksta? Expose my abuser? I might be... I mean, no. You're exposing your child's baby father for what he'd done. And the reason why you are where you are is because of what he's done. And people know what he's done to this old gentleman. And you'd get the backlash for being his partner. And you're not a nice person anyway. I guarantee tonight, yeah, some people will come in here, inbox me, and give me so much more info on her. It's unreal. They give me loads of info, and I hope they do, because she's vile. She's vile, man. And the quicker Angie wakes up, smells the coffee, because she's been in and out of boxes now for at least over a year. I'm brilliant. I have so much more respect for Angie as a person, even though I'm not too keen on that, once you got rid of that lens, because that lens is vile. And I'll tell you what Linda would do. Linda would go straight off, open up her own
This is information that's been in the public domain thanks to Ricksta.
platform of boxes, because she's a vile person, and start get the clout from Angie. So that day's going to come when they're not friends. That day will come. People say, no, it won't. We'll stay friends forever, Angie. No, you won't stay friends forever, Lynch. You're not a good soul. You're not an empath. You've got no goodness in you.
So, I've just got one question to ask. One question. Okay? It's this account that has the link for Movember. We've raised over £300 and nothing's been doxed and it's already in the public domain. If you would still remain friends with Ricksta after doing this to your best friend, hit sad face. If you'd show him the fucking door, hit happy face. Go. Looks like we have an audience member. Everyone say hello to Pissy Knickers. Delusive Angie's watching. Hey Pissy Knickers, so those messages that you said I doxed, those are these messages, right? That were put on a live platform with life lessons. Yes, your ex-mod put them out. Isn't that right, Pissy Knickers? You lied to your audience again. Oh, you did, didn't you? You lied to them. You manipulated them, you bullshitted them. And I'm assuming you've muted me at this point, because that's what you do when people show evidence, innit? We're just playing a clip of Ricksta doxing your best friend and asking for information on her and talking about ex-partners and shit like that, because I'm the problem with that, aren't I? But you're lying, Delusive, and now everyone fucking knows. And by the way, all these messages are on the story for the Fact Freak 4. Anybody needs them, they're there. You can see that I'm not bullshitting as usual. Let's keep going.
Whatsoever. You're a bad egg, Linz. A bad egg. I see you in lives. I see how you talk to people and how you go on. You're vile as they come. There's no compassion in you whatsoever. And Wayne Stroud, your ex-partner, is lower than low. It's one of the worst people that I've read on him ever.
That's what Delusive does, you see. If she's cantuing somebody and somebody's dropping some facts, they'll stop. Do you know what I mean? They'll stop.
You're kids with this man, you've lived with him. You visit him in the big house. And that's why you've in Sunderland. Anyway, I think Lindsay's trying to befriend Angie to get her to do stuff to secretly bring Angie down. Listen, she's not a good person. She's really not, do you know what I mean? I've got so much warnings. I've got pictures of her on Facebook. You know, I'm not going to start putting it out there tonight. I cannot be bothered, do you know what I mean? Because I want to speak about other...
Are the salt and pepper in? 1 sec. Let's make it worth their while, eh? They do know that mass reporting don't work, right? You've got to actually be doing something. Like, we'll just sit here, shall we? And, what should we do? Got something just for Delusive. There we go.
Yeah, I mean,
there we go.
That says I'm on the register. I'm a pedlo. Call me a pedlo. You know what I mean? Called me a fucking pedlo. Inquisitor ended his life over that word. When are you gonna fucking learn? I'm asking you, TikTok, when are you gonna fucking learn?
In one single moment your whole life can turn round. Stand there for a minute staring straight into the ground, looking to the left slightly then looking back down. The world feels like it's caved in, proper sorry frown. Please let me show you how we could only just be for us. I can change and I can grow, or we could adjust. The wicked thing about us is we always have trust. We can even have an open relationship if you must.
Dry your eyes.
She stares almost
Dry
straight
them.
back at me, but her eyes glaze over like she's looking straight through me. Then her eyes must have closed for what seems an eternity. When they open up, she's looking down at her feet.
Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I know you want.
Flower pot. What a bloody stupid name. Flower pot. With, I assume that's orange hearts in your name because you're part of a cult. You know, a cult is literally a group of people that can't think for themselves, right? Delusive lied today. I know you wouldn't like to hear that. Your little cult leader lied. She said that I'd doxed messages. I've just proved that I didn't. That it was Life Lessons, one of her old mods. And then I've just reminding everybody of what Ricksta did to do with Lynn's, Delusive's best friend. So, flower pot. You look a bit daft, really, don't you? You see, when I'm responding to something, it's not dragging something up, is it? Bloody hell. Show them the door. Orange heart should be blocked on site. Anyway, mods, you know that crack. We don't have cults in here.
Want to make her see how much this pain hurts, but you've got to walk away now. It's over.
So then I move my hand up from down by my side. It's shaking, my life is crashing before my eyes. Turn the palm of my hand up to face the skies. Touch the bottom of her chin and let out a sigh.
Anyway, how did the salt and peppering work out? Not very well. Right, okay, so once again, those are the messages from Lynn's about her stealing Oromorph and pain medication from her own mother. That Life Lessons doxed, who was an ex-mod of Delusive's. I did make a video about it after it happened, but it was not me that doxed the messages. So once again, receipts. Let's go back. Well, actually, we're going to go to a clip because people were wondering, you know, what was the issue? Well, the issue was that obviously... Oh, I'm off that one now, am I? 1 second, I'm going to find you a video here. Give me 1 second. We'll just play this classic in the meantime.
Grab me! I grabbed your bag!
And don't get banana because you want to get the replay.
Bag!
We need the replay and restart, love.
No! I don't give a fuck! I
You saw the grabber.
Bitch, you fucker!
You saw the grab, yeah?
He grabbed me!
He did.
He. Now, look, I know Talia looks like Squidward, all right, but there's no need to misgender.
She did!
Yeah, we
I
saw
grabbed your
it.
bag! And you got this copper! This copper!
Orange.
Dang it! Because I grabbed her! And he let her go! Why? Did he let her go? Why? Ask me that same...
The last time Delusive Angie was seen in the wild. Right, anyway, let's get back to this. So, this is Ricksta as well.
Oh my god.
So, DG doxed a call to do with Ricksta. I had this written down somewhere, the timestamp, because I had to get the section. Oh no, it is this. It's this clip. So, this is what I was saying, where Ricksta made the threat that him and another man were going to come through my front door with hammers and take those hammers to everybody in the house, knowing fine well that the only people in this house are me and my 2 children. And Delusive Angie sits in her own vomit today and goes, oh, why did he go to the police? That's really strange. I mean, I don't know, if somebody threatened to knock in Sheila's kneecaps, would you not do something, Delusive? You know what I mean? But I was here when the door went, wasn't I? And I went straight out. Those are facts once again. I know you don't like facts because they prove you to be a bullshitter. Now let's listen to this, all right?
Oh my god.
Number one, it was a bunch of Tampax. Yeah.
I've never known an Uber driver work from home.
For knocking the door. Do you think I'd knock the door flat face? I'd go through that door, balaclava that we've got, and I'd absolutely hammer everyone in the house, every person, and I'm capable of doing that.
Listen,
that's what I'm about.
Ricky Pickering.
I knock doors on TikTok. Listen.
Ricky Pickering, man.
Listen, I'd shut your mouth
Just
if you carry
Ricky
on. You're going to
Pickering,
accuse me soon, and you're going to and you are going to have a problem, bro. And you ain't going to be on TikTok. Shut your little mouth. If you want to make me Tuesday, so I can punch your head off. Make me Tuesday.
I know.
Ricksta Pickering's fucking hilarious, by the way.
Listen, I'll tell you something now, Ricksta. I know now.
So yeah, did we all hear Ricksta say that him and another guy, yeehaw, thank you, were going to come through my door with a hammer to everybody in that house. Did we all hear it? Yes or no? It's going to play again.
Oh my God.
Number one, it was a bunch of Tampax. Yeah.
I've never known an Uber driver work from home.
Do you think I'd knock the door flat face? I'd go through that door, balaclava that we've got, and I'd absolutely hammer everyone in the house, every person, and I'm capable of doing that.
Listen,
that's what I'm about.
Ricky Pickering.
I knock doors on TikTok. Listen.
Ricky Pickering, man.
Listen, I'd shut your mouth
Just
if you carry on. You're going to
Pickering,
accuse me soon, and you are going to have a problem, bro, and you ain't going to be on TikTok. Shut your little mouth.
Mr. Knock Knock Run, innit?
If you want to make it Tuesday so I can punch your head off, make it Tuesday.
I know. Listen, I'll tell you something now, Ricksta. I know now.
So, I think it's quite, you know what I mean? I think it's quite obvious when somebody threatens your family and your children, do you know what I mean? I've got a record where he was saying for me to bring one of my oldest to the pub to meet him. Bloody weird man. Yeehaw, bitch. Weird fucking man. Weird little munchkin man. But yeah, so I did things correctly because I do awareness. So I would always tell people to do things correctly. The police, legal help, whatever it is. And I did all of that shit. Yeah, shreds. There was hunting teams. There was hunting teams who were going to come and sit in my door if I needed them. I had plenty of offers of people who would sit and help me, basically, if I needed it. And I appreciate all that. I'm sure we could all arrange a group meet. I'm sure there's quite a few people that'd like to meet him. But I just ain't a man of toxic masculinity. Yeehaw! Who has to be like, oh, somebody said mean words about me on the internet. I must fight them. Like, fucking grow up. Thank you. Yeehaw. but do you know what I mean? So I did things the right way. I rang the police. I said there was a threat being made. Obviously, the police couldn't do anything at that time because nothing had happened. There was a threat that had been made. I'm letting you know that somebody's saying that they're going to come to my house. They're going to do X, Y, Z. So they were informed. I then, was it like the next day or something like that? He ended up with a cease and desist, which he obviously ignored, and then we took out the injunction, which is an injunction against harassment, which was granted without Ricksta being there, because Ricksta had made multiple violent threats. Like Talia and Ricksta think they can run and you know, they've served a shitty cease and desist via text message to Pearl Price. Like, you have to have a reason to take people to court. You can't just go, well, I'm going to take you to court and stop you speaking about me. Well, it doesn't just work like that. I see the cult saying, hey, cult. That's not the way, not the cult. Jesus, offended you all immediately. Thank you, Mama G. But the reason it was, the crypt, I'm sorry, guys, it got approved was because there was threats of violence, threats of intimidation. There was harassment. Somebody speaking about you on the internet. Because Talia tried to serve me a cease and desist, and she got served one straight back from my solicitor and said, well, actually, you're painting out all this fucking bullshit like you've done nothing. Well, actually, we've seen you talk about the order, do all of this, which is all a breach of Ricksta's order. So she... Do you know what I mean? I'm not going to stop talking about these people. If people are going to bullshit, like Delusive Angie's just sat in her vomit doing a shitty FYP show, which is basically where she reacts to clips where she can either suck up to the individual or go in at the individual. Thank you, Jude. And has said that I shared Lindsay's messages, which I didn't, and we've just proved that. She said, talking about in fear. When did I say I was in fear of that little dwarf? I said to everybody that he was not to attend my property. I had it pinned in my chat. I don't wish him to be here. Don't wish anything like that. And when the door knock came, I didn't stop myself from going out, did I? Simple. And that's the way it'll go. And, you know, I played ball with the judge's request because when the court order was held, the judge said, well, really, because to a judge, do you think the judge is watching TikTok drama? They just see two people fucking arguing, and to them it's petty when they don't know the backstory, they don't know the crack. And then they just say, well, there's Talia in there, let's play some Talia clips. Shall we play some Talia clips? Because we didn't play any Talia clips from the deep dive last night, did we? Let's play some Talia clips. Talia. Arc agency, what a fucking joke. If you want to be in an agency where you can get bullied, doxed, harassed, threatened as a single woman, join Arc agency. They are ready for you. They will have you, no problem at all. They're wild. Absolutely fucking wild. Right. 1 second. They took me to court and got an injunction on me. I'll show the bloody paperwork. 1 second. I'm just going to disprove Talia Dean, which is quite easy, innit? I think there's only one appropriate song while I find that. 1 second, guys.
I feel so good. I'm alive. Look at me singing to this feeling I get when I'm high. Now that I'm over you, look at you now, walking over my love. Don't do this tonight. Don't pretend you didn't leave me for something new. When I loved you, you made your bed, so lie in it, so lie in it. You made your bed, so lie in it, so lie in it. Don't I look nice? Whiskey on ice on the side. There's nothing more to say. Just leave me to dance through the night.
Right, let's first of all deal with Talia's bullshit, shall we? Looking for the outcome letter. But yeah, so Talia Dean did. So I went to court. Ricksta obviously went to court to contest the order. The judge said, we're keeping this in place, which they did. If the order wasn't in place, why did Ricksta not speak about me this whole fucking time? And then the judge said to me, basically, if you don't want him speaking about you doing all that, I think you should do the same. So the judge basically said, you both now have to, I'm going to keep the order in place that you've applied for, but I want you to adhere by the same shit. That's what happened. So on the same day, Talia Dean served me a cease and desist, right? So this is the letter. I'm going to read the letter. I'm not going to show it, from my solicitor back at Talia Dean. So this was on the 16th of May 2025. Our client, James Hope, your client, Talia Dean. We have had sight of your correspondence on the 15th of May 2025, which was sent directly to our client. Our client does not accept that he has severely harassed your client or instructed a third party to do so. We additionally have had sight of recordings from your client's TikTok live streams whereby your client has made defamatory comments about our client. Your client additionally discusses court proceedings which she was not party to, which, as you know, can be contempt of court. Furthermore, your client additionally threatens our client that she's going to get an injunction against him. This has caused our client serious harm, distress and anxiety. The discussions of our client on any live stream is not appropriate and should cease immediately. So I served a cease and desist back to Talia Dean, and she shut the fuck up about me as well since, when was it? May. Point number 1. I would attempt to settle matters. Our client would propose the following, and I basically said that I would do exactly the same that I was asking her to do. I wouldn't be posting about her for this time. I wouldn't be talking about her. We'd just stop. So there we go. So Talia Dean was actually served with a cease and desist from me after the court hearing. Now, the outcome of the court hearing, I can get... I've got so many fucking... That's a different one. The outcome of the court hearing, like I said, was... Got so many different emails from solicitors and shit like that. Like I say, the order was upheld. The order was upheld. And then, because the order was upheld, the judge said, I think that Mr. Hope, me, should do the same sort of shit, basically. She's talking shite as usual. She's an absolute joke. Absolute fucking joke of a human being. I'm going to have a look, see if I can find this stuff. One sec.
One single moment your whole life can turn round. I stand there for a minute staring straight into the ground, looking to the left slightly then looking back down. World feels like it's caved in, proper sorry frown. Please let me show you how we could only just be for us. I can change and I can grow or we could adjust. The wicked thing about us is we always have trust. We can even have an open relationship if you must. I look at her, she stares almost straight back at me, but her eyes glaze over like she's looking straight through me. Then her eyes must have closed for what seems an eternity. When they open up, she's looking down at her feet.
Dry your eyes, mate. I know it's hard to take, but her mind has been made up. There's plenty more fish in the sea. Dry your eyes, mate. I know you want to make her see how much this pain hurts, but you've got to walk away now. It's over.
So then I move my hand up from down by my side, shaking, my life is crashing before my eyes. Turn the palm of my hand up to face the skies, touch the bottom of her chin and let out a sigh. Cause I can't imagine my life without you and me. There's things I can't imagine doing, things I can't imagine seeing. It weren't supposed to be easy, surely. Please, please, I'm begging, please. She brings her hands up towards where my hands rested. She wraps her fingers round mine with the softness she's blessed with.
No idea of. And the police just found it to be pathetic. They didn't want to take it further. They were like, there was no threat there was no proof of any threat. The man's never stepped foot in Sunderland other than to take you to court. So how is this a threat on your life? That's it.
She didn't take me to court. They had to come to court to contest the order. How clapped are they?
So terrified in court, he stood behind a white screen like a domestic violent woman. Like a woman that's been domestically violated. He stood behind a fucking screen.
Oh, that's crazy because, from what he's saying now, there's no way he's in fear of Ricksta. No way, he's just in
No way.
Do they really think I'm going to scrap with Ricksta in the middle of a fucking courtroom? And why is she talking about DV? And as for having special measures or whatever in court? Any evidence of that? Or are you just talking shite as usual?
Sunderland. There's no threat here. There's nothing for me to ban him from coming to Sunderland for. But he's shouting across the bloody white screen that he stood behind. But he's that scared that he's now online telling everyone he's going to torture us every day. Make it make sense.
Sorry. I was behind the screen petrified, but I was also behind the screen screaming across at them in a courtroom. It's in fucking Judge Judy. You're not bloody letting your mouth run like that. Is she alright?
This is what I understand with TikTok. You are a victim. And here you are, starting shit up again. Remember, you're
Damn
the
right.
victim.
Yeah. Just remember, back then, 22, 23, Ricky had a very severe alcohol and drug addiction.
No one cares.
That can change and alter a person's personality massively.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not agreeing with everything that Ricksta's done. I'm not.
Ricksta's live threatening a woman now.
I'm doing myself in, and I've got the video, I've got the recording, and I've done the exposure on him before. But he's fucking himself up. So I'm not gonna even mention that little cloud chaser because he's a no one. No one really supports him. He gets the odd few gifts. He lies now. He's discredited himself. He continues to do it. And what he boils.
Does he seem a little bit affected? A little bit affected. Poor little Ricksta. Poor Whittle Ricksta. Poor Whittle boy. I didn't realise it was going to be so easy to trigger these fuckers. Very easy. All you've got to do is play back their own words. Bloody Talia's in Delusive Angie's contradicting herself as she's fucking talking. Absolute fucking weapon. Absolute weapon. A big hard man Ricksta, isn't he? Big hard man Ricksta. If you've got a stool that he can get up on top of, do you know what I mean? He talks absolute shite.
Do you know what I mean? Through the legal system, I'm leaving that to other people. But I am going to turn around and say this to the one and only Alice Pearl Price.
Oh!
Alice.
The one that you lied about, saying that you'd fucked her. I mean, imagine. Ricksta wants you to think that he is what, like the shining glory, when he came on an app and said he had, did what he did with Pearl Price, which we all know is bullshit. And then he put out voice notes where you can clearly hear the stop and start where they're being editing. It was the shittest fucking edit I've ever seen. And he definitely wouldn't go up to see bloody Pearl, would he? In his family. Little boy Ricksta.
She was screaming and crying.
Take the firm with you, Ricksta.
Begging you, I've just got out of a relationship. My fella, if my kids find out, my boys find out, you don't understand what's going to happen. I can describe you everything around Pearl's house, where everything is. Every single thing.
Why is that a brag? I can describe where somebody lives. Well, I'm pretty sure we all know where Pearl lives, right? It's not exactly hidden. Fuck me. What's she going to do? Describe the burger van next.
It's the only reason Pearl's acting the way she is. She's a very lonely, poor, nasty old lady who's now fired up alive, right, and angered me and infuriated me once and for all, to the point where I'm going to do nothing.
What did I say to you guys last night? He was going to spit his dummy out. Thank you, Ali. He was going to say all that vile shit that he's already said about me and ex-partners and shit like that, and then double back and be like, oh, fuck, I was wrong, I'm so sorry. Remember that big live with no face and everything like that? Yeah. Do you know what I mean? He's absolutely got nothing, and he thinks he does. And it's just like, well, it's the same shit that Delusive says. It's the same shit that Ricksta said. It isn't, like I said to you last night, it ain't going to stop me talking about the little man.
I'm going to let them know about your nephews. How you supported them. What they did. What happened after. Right.
So if Pearl Price's nephews did something, was Pearl there? I don't understand.
Now, Pearl, I have dealt with the most biggest of TikTokers. EQ, you're not good enough to tie
The biggest.
shoelaces.
The biggest. EQ's got a fucking muzzle on at the minute. She's speaking so kindly, and she's sucking up to people that said romance scammed them and bloody abused them. Like, her credibility over you is, we all know she just wants a fucking easy life. Do you know what I mean? Do you agree, chat? Do you think that EQ just wants an easy life? It's the only way that she's just letting it go.
Infuriated me. Now,
Transphobic man who's in a relationship with a trans woman. I just don't fucking understand it.
guys, you haven't seen me angry. Infuriated me.
You haven't seen me angry.
For a very long...
It was he, the fucking Hulk. You ain't seen me angry.
Now, guys, you haven't seen me angry for a very long period of time.
Is this just looping now? It's just looping, isn't it? He hasn't paid the Wi-Fi bill, bless him. Obviously, court fees are quite expensive. Do you know what I mean? Court fees are quite expensive. I get it. And obviously, apparently, you're taking everyone to fucking court who speaks about you, so...
What you think of Ricksta, I'm not saying that Ricksta would do anything, but this is what your thoughts were. Why are you now continuing it then? Are you not protecting your family? Are you saying what you were? Does not make sense.
Rick's just sitting on a TikTok live, you silly drunk.
Absolutely.
No, we just found that obviously Ricksta doesn't doesn't walk the walk, he just does all the talk. The incredible sulk. Do you know what I mean? It's just wild. It is. Dazzler.
Don't get me wrong, but all I'm saying is that people...
Yeah, Ricksta docks your best friend, Delusive, and you couldn't give a shit. And it looks like Ricksta's live is done because he can't afford the Wi-Fi. But yeah, so once again, some people have talked shite, and I've come on here and shown you receipts. Delusive Angie tried to gaslight a whole audience into thinking that I doxed Linds's messages about when Linz was shown to admit to stealing her mother's pain medication, and I've proved that it wasn't that. It's on my story on the Fact Freak 4. It wasn't that at all. And obviously then she said about why would I have issues or something like that. And I've shown you the clip where he said he was going to take a hammer to everyone in my house. Talia's then talked about court orders I've shown you all the shit, all the evidence about the court orders and everything like that. And obviously the cease and desist that was served back at her and stuff like that. Transphobia in the comments, where? Get rid. And that's what I can keep doing. People can keep, you know, bullshitting, and I'll just keep coming back with evidence. Simple. She will be going in on me, but that just means she's triggered, right? Mission successful. Mission successful. Where's she?
But it does change you, doesn't it? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. She's not a child. She's not a child, this person. Well, the best friend, you can see, because the best friend wouldn't be friends with a child that young, would she? So you can see these are adult women.
What the fuck she's talking about now? Mission accomplished. I've triggered the fucking pair of them. And a delusive Angie for bloody... as a side bit, which we didn't expect. It doesn't look like Ricksta can keep his Wi-Fi going. Right, I'm going to fuck off. I'll be back at 6 o'clock as usual. And any more bullshit. And if anybody sees any clips or anything to do with any of that lot, please tag me in them and I will react to them tonight. I absolutely loved how easy it was to be successful at pissing them off. It was honestly, it was too easy. It was too fucking easy. It really was. Thank you anybody who sent any gifts. If you've watched this live and you've enjoyed the roast and you're not following me, what the hell are you doing? Make sure you're following. I'll be back at 6 o'clock tonight. We'll give Ricksta some time to glue in his wig. Fuck me. Right. Peace, guys. Thank you as always. Peace.